All right, guys, we'll jump right into it. Again, thanks to Jacobs Insurance. Noah Jacobs was at the PA last Friday night over at Corunna's. The Cavaliers took care of business against Owasso. 81-43, 18 triples in that game officially. I think I had posted 17, but it was actually 18. And that's Jim Woodworth. I think Corey Shook was on board for this game. $50 per three-pointer. Ouch. Better get some advertising out of that. We'll have to give him some extra love.
Yeah, I think I saw Jim posted something like, because he put this out there at the beginning of the season that he was going to do this fundraiser. I think he said something like he had budgeted that they would make like 63s
total,
and they've already basically hit that, and they still have whatever 4 or 5 games left in the season. So
right,
yeah, they're going to surpass his budgeted amount, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, Braylon Sosha had a big game with 25. Wyatt Bauer had 17. And, I put a few pictures on Twitter. It was Jerome Murphy night. That was kind of cool to see. I was telling the boys, I joined Casey and Joe at halftime and chatted with them for a little bit, and it was classic because, we all know Murph, kind of soft-spoken guy, kind of quiet, but man, he was soaking it up. He was waving to the crowd. It was really cool to see and well-deserved.
Yeah, it's cool to see someone who, he deserves getting that type of fanfare on his way out.
Yeah,
the shirts were great, man.
They were.
The Murph, just 34 years. Man, it seems like he's been doing it for 70 years. He will be missed. I mean, that's just somebody you knew. All we saw in the shirt, 10, 12 different schools that he covered. You knew if it was a big game, Jerome's going to be there on the beat covering it. And just
Absolutely.
a good dude. He always had, a smile on his face, same guy every time you saw him. Just a heart of gold. So he's going to be missed.
And you know what else? Kind of underrated. I mean, he's an excellent writer. He wrote up the games really well. I thought, and kind of gave you that personal touch to it. So he'll be missed.
My one complaint: I wish he should have had one last ride writing on Friday night.
Yeah,
that was my one complaint. Gave him one last article. Michigan or Corunna versus Owasso. They're honoring the Murph. I would have liked to have seen what he would have done with the pen after that game.
Yeah. Some of the other games, guys, Chesaning down Mount Morris, 48-47. So the Indians stay undefeated. We're going to make some connections with their head coach and try to get him on our next podcast. Mason Struck, who's having a great year, had 22 in that one. Durand, a 2-point win over Montrose, 69-67. The Railroaders having another good season, 10-4. And it was Perry over Saranac, 61-53. DJ Jinks, one of the better players in our area, finished with 24 points. In girls basketball, Owasso split as they defeated Corunna 47-24. Peyton Spicer had 15 for the Trojans. Ovid Elsie down New Lothrop 52-37. The Marauders improved to 10-1. Here's one we haven't talked about before, guys, and I think it's really good. Since Title IX came into place in the 70s, it's been amazing to see the rise of girls' sports. And I don't know what you thought, but in wrestling, sometimes they would have girls wrestle guys. And I'm an old timer. I don't know. I just didn't kind of warm up to that. But now they've got girls have their own wrestling teams, and there was a big invitational at Ovid Elsie, 138 contestants. And I mean, I bet that was awesome to see. Great for the girls.
Yeah, that is cool. Does every school have a team, or do you have to have a certain amount of
I don't think they do yet, but they're working on it. It's one of those programs that they're trying to get developed. Chesaning's Crystal Luce was the winner at 144 pounds. Ovid Elsie had a couple winners. Kaya Spice, who I just saw, she was named the athlete of the week in the Argus. She's a five sport athlete. You don't do that very often in high school. And then she's a solid wrestler. She's the daughter of their wrestling coach. She's going to I forget what sport, it might be swimming, but she's going to Hawaii, Hilo. And that's where she's going to go to school. That's pretty cool perk right there.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit ways from home, but pretty cool.
Absolutely. Her and Madison Miller both won. On the boys' side, New Lothrop beat Chesaning 52-24 and Byron 78-6. In swimming, Owasso swim team swept the relay events down in Holly 126-50. And in bowling, New Lothrop rolled past Montrose boys and girls. Isabella Diltz had a 245 game, and Ashton Andres had a 241 on the boys' side. Both of those bowlers could kick my butt. I'm always happy when I just break 100. I don't know about you guys.
break 100, and yeah, you got to hit triple digits.
You got
But
to.
At least push 150, get up towards 200.
I've never been a good bowler, man. Never.
It's consistency. It's just like golf. You know how it is.
gotta do
Muscle
it.
memory. You just got to
Yep.
do it a lot. Castle game of the week coming up this week, Friday, February 2nd at 7:00. Chesaning and those unbeaten Indians take on the Montrose Rams. So join Casey and Joe for that.
Jacobs Insurance Agency has served Shiawassee County and the surrounding areas since 1977. Just like 3 Point Podcasts, we've had 3 generations: Gary Jacobs Sr., Gary Jacobs II, Brian Jacobs, and myself, Noah Jacobs, serving our community with offices in Waterford and Owasso on M21, just west of Home Depot. Stop in or go online to jacobsinsurance.com to get a quote or get your questions answered by our team. Jacobs Insurance is a proud supporter of our local schools and the proud sponsor of the Prep Spotlight. Insure everything, local, independent, and trusted. It's our family working together to protect yours. That's the Jacobs way.